Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
Welcome back to our Heart to Heart Youth Podcast. We in the building again with these young people ready to listen to their hearts on TV 1061. I'm so excited about this new one. I think that this will be so much more impactful. We have some great youth here that's going to give us their heart, and we have a great group of panelists that are ready to be an encouragement, give some resources, some great responses if they need to. So everybody, let's welcome our young people back. We have Talia in the building. Great. Talia, how old are you? 16? 16, and our beauty pageant winner. She's going to going on to be great, do great things. I'm sorry. And then we have Bree. Oh, this girl, that smile, that brilliant mind of hers is impeccable. I am so grateful to have her back. And then we got our girl Mai in the building. Hey. Yes, hi Mai. I'm great to have you for the first time. I pray that you will continue to come back and allow us to hear your heart. And then we have our boy Aaron. Let's go, Aaron. Aaron is in the building, and y'all, we're just here to be what we need to be, that village for our young people, and to listen to them. We're so quick to be talking at them and not listening to them. So this is their platform, and we're just here to be a part of that. So we're going to turn it over to our youth and let them do what they do. All right, let's get to it.
Hey y'all.
I need to know where y'all. I need to know your heart. I need to know what's on your mind. Bree, why you so silly today?
Because it's a nice day. Yeah. Oh man.
My, what you got to say? Cause Bree, she got the tickles over there. It's y'all podcast now. Make sure y'all are allowing us to hear y'all hearts now.
Well, hey y'all, I'm new. I don't know. Y'all, I'm new. I'm sorry.
And speak up for us.
So I would like to start off with, can we have questions if that's okay?
Yeah, y'all can ask questions, talk to each other, whatever your heart's desire.
My question is, how was it like for y'all growing up black? Like just in general, how was it like for y'all growing? Because I know Black History Month just ended. We love that. Now it's Women's History Month, y'all. Hello. So I would like to know, what was it like growing up black for y'all, especially back in y'all's day?
Okay. Would you like to answer that? So we have Miss Valerie Vi in the building, and she is our Solicitor General right now. Well, she's Chief Solicitor General, and she's currently running for a state probate court, and she is boots on the ground for the young people and for the community. So Val, would you like to answer that question?
Well, coming from my perspective, I had two black lives, and by that I mean I was raised in Youngstown, Ohio, and I spent all my summers in Birmingham, Alabama. And it's a vastly different in the north than it was in the south. Not that there wasn't indicia of racism, to say the least, but I guess it was more overt in the south and more discreet in the north. I actually spent a lot of my time as a youth going to magnet schools, I think they call them down here, and so I had an opportunity to spend time and grow up with more of my Caucasian counterparts. When I came to Birmingham, Alabama, it was less of my Caucasian counterparts. So I can say that it was different depending on where I was locationally. I didn't find it as difficult because I was very, very athletic. And so when you're an athlete, I think people push things aside for that moment. And so I had a lot of fair to good moments when I was coming up as a kid. So I can't say that growing up was the challenge. My challenge came more in my professional life.
I think for me growing up, it wasn't that bad. I'm originally from Phoenix City, Alabama. It's about an hour and a half from here. I would say growing up was good. Growing up was good. Grew up in an old school household with my grandmother and my grandfather. So growing up, it wasn't a hard thing. It wasn't a bad thing. I think for me personally, it was a lot more of, I probably had equal amount of friends. So I probably had an equal amount of black friends and white friends. I think I tried to get along with everybody. But I think as I got older, probably post high school, you look back and you see certain things. Like you saw a lot of it. You saw some of it growing up. But when we're kids, we're kids. So you don't necessarily know, but the things we hear from our moms, our dads, our grandparents, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So it was more learn as you go. But when you, like I said, you would see things, you may hear things, you don't pay as much attention to it as you would, or as I did when I became an adult. So post high school, you kind of see things for what they really are. Realistically, and if we're being perfectly honest, there was that separation for the most part. And even in some conversations I've had with some of my friends, a lot of my classmates, a lot of my schoolmates, a lot of my friends, I think in my class of high school, we were kind of like that last class of sort of that separation that you kind of had, because kind of going forward from that, everything was a lot more inclusive. Because when you think about it, just in my class, I can only speak from my age group, but it was more of our parents and grandparents were still coming off of that segregated South kind of thing. We were still coming off of that integration deal in Alabama. So it was kind of like my parents were young, their parents were young. So that meant the parents of the parents were still young. So it was a lot of that stuff still going on. But like I said, post high school, I would see more of that separation kind of thing. But overall, I think it was a good experience. I don't think I'd change anything about it.
That's what's up.
How is it for you all growing up black?
Oh, shucks. Well, growing up black, it wasn't really nothing wrong, like, in outside life.
So let me stop you right there, Bree. You just 15. So why are you talking about past 10? How is it for you growing up black right now?
Oh, it's light work.
It's light work?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us what you mean by that. We old school in here.
Light work, it's not as hard as, those older than, like, my elders, probably had it. Like, right now, the world has changed so much over time. So, it's more of an easy environment to, like, live in and, like, go by. Now, you still have those people here and there, but, like, it's went down since then. But, like, back in the days, too, when I was young, yeah, growing up, I was a youngin', 2008. Yeah. And, like, from what I can remember.
Last week.
But, yeah, bro. But, yeah, it was like, yeah, it was good. But it's growing up black in a household that's like, yeah.
Oh, literally, just all. And I know I fit in. So, yeah, I feel like being in Kentucky, then coming here, it was different.
Me personally, I feel like growing up black, like we had it made other than like how other than how mom. So yeah, I feel like it's like us growing up, we have it. We should like be grateful for the stuff that we have, because it could be like how they had it back then.
Yeah.
I would say for me, growing up black was just, it was.
We can't hear y'all.
It was easy. It was easy growing up black. Like, it was just, honey, we had it easy. Okay, we was food plated and everything. So, yeah, growing up black was just easy. Now, what she said, growing up in a household, now that's just that. Ooh, baby, you better tighten up, or else, baby, it's get home before dark, or them lights. I'm just saying, them street lights gonna get you. So, I'm just saying, that's how I. That's
that
how
was
I
for us too.
That street lights just, woo, Jesus. Them street light days was not it for me. But yeah, growing up black was just easy.
So let me say this. I've heard all four of y'all say, for me, it was. Y'all got a lot.
You said for you it was what?
No. I heard you all say, for me, it was. Was is a past tense type of thing, right? Y'all are 16, 15 years old, and we're talking about the expectations to come for your life. Yeah, it's going to be easy when you ain't got to feed yourself, when you don't have to pay no bills, when you don't have to do any of these things. It's easy. Y'all only job right now is to go to school, get it done, right? So you seeing your parent, and I'm sorry, I'm taking over y'all podcast, but because I'm a little, I'm a little throwed off. But you seeing your parents and how they have to work. I know personally a lot of y'all situation. So if you're seeing your parent and you're seeing how they have to go to work and you're seeing how they have to struggle and you're seeing all these things, what do you think is going to be in store for you? Because y'all just have a few more years of high school before we consider y'all adults. And y'all going to have to go get it. So what are the expectations? What are the goals for you all's life as black young men and women? What are y'all expected to do and y'all or wanting to do in y'all life to come as y'all develop into young men and women?
And can I say one other thing? And don't take for granted that things are for what we say good, because there's a reality to this thing, that being black, there's a lot comes with that. A lot comes with it. Truth be told, there's a lot of responsibility that comes along with being black, because when you step outside of the confines of your home, you have to know how to carry yourself. You also have to be smart. So you have to watch how you move. You got to watch how you conduct yourself. You always have to watch where you go and just be on point with different things, because the reality of it is there are going to be some people who do not like you because of the fact that you are black. Male or female, male and female, it doesn't matter. A lot of people will get in your face. They will smile in your face, will pat you on the back. The reality of it is they don't like you. People don't like what people don't know, what they don't understand, what they're fearful of. They just don't like. And it's real. My pastor would say that. My late pastor would say that sometimes, that white people just don't like you. Nothing wrong with it. Love everybody, but people are people. So a lot of times people can be intimidated by us simply because we're black. We do things differently. We talk differently. We carry ourselves differently. We wear our hairstyles differently. So there's a lot that comes with it, but there's a pride that comes along with that.
Amen.
So, y'all are young enough. We know it. Your parents may know it. James Brown would say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. So whatever it is, however easy you think it is, because there is a struggle that comes behind it. When we're in school, we don't have a care in the world. If we don't have to work, we're not going to work. If mom and dad are working and they're taking care and giving us everything we need, or they're providing for us the things that we need, it's good. It's easy. It's cool.
It's light work.
It's light work. But the reality of the situation is, young, old, boy, girl, whatever it is, high school, middle school, whatever, the reality of it is being black is a great thing. Come May, whatever year you graduate, once life starts to kick in, then you start to understand. That is key. Never lose touch with. But when you know who you are,
man, that was a lot.
So what you said about, I just wanted to say, like spoiler, like how she did me, and I feel guilty for and my brother. So yeah.
Really, for me, yeah, I want to get back to my future self. I want to be financially stable in order to provide. I want to know what's going to happen, but no matter what, I want to build them up. Sometimes it was given very much for myself. And
I can add a better opportunity with doing that, and always so iffy about it. And my next pageant, I'm looking forward to winning, of course. And when I win, I'm gonna do such amazing things with the community in Georgia, with black people, and so yeah.
That's what's up. But yeah.
So, what was your question again?
It wasn't my question.
Oh, you got a question?
It was just well, my next question was finna be for them. Do you guys have kids? Why?
Yes, I do have a 12-year-old girl named Valeria. She's my pride and joy. Yes, I do have a child. Thank you.
I wanted to ask.
I have a 24-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Goodness gracious. Oh man.
Don't ask me.
Yes, Miss Jackie, do you have kids?
I do. I have a 34-year-old, 31, 30 and 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm cute. Okay.
I wanted to ask if, like, still on the topic of like growing up black, is there any way that you, cause you guys had to grow up once, and your parents were, taught you a certain way or talked to you a certain way, disciplined you any sort of way. Is there anything you picked up from your parents that you started, kind of like putting on your kids? And is it anything that you do regret from like how you probably talk to them, how you disciplined them?
Great question. Great question.
Because
Great question.
we pick up on that. So is there anything like Yeah.
I will say that my mother, since we were on the topic of black, my mother grew up in Birmingham in the 60s, where they were bombing churches for little girls, and that whole black history thing really hits home for me. But I will say that she was very, very big on education, because in her era, black females were kind of relegated to being nurses or school teachers. And so she really wanted me to get a higher level of education. And I am probably very tough on my daughter to get A's, because I just believe that education is very important. However, I am cognizant to the fact that in this setting and generation, college is not necessarily required.
That's
it's
right.
a lot of things that are happening with social media, with technology,
Trade
AI,
schools.
things of that nature, that you don't need the traditional college education.
Yes.
So I'm trying to find a happy median between being all out for the academics and allowing her creativity
Yes.
to blossom.
Yes.
And so I know that that was my mother's thing, but that was a different time. And since times have changed, I'm trying to find a happy balance. There's no instruction book, right, to parenting, but I'm trying to make sure that I instill that she has to, have her lower or undergraduate education, but she doesn't have to follow the same traditional paths, because creativity is equally important today.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I was raised by my grandparents. My mother and father, they were around. Pretty much my upbringing was my grandparents. And my granddaddy was a man that he said what he said, he meant what he said, and you do what he said when he said it.
Right.
I carry a lot of stuff that my grandparents said to me with me to this day, and there are still things that they said to me, they taught me when I was younger, that I still hold on to this day. So for me and mine, like I said, my oldest son, he's 24, he's doing very well for himself. So for him, it wasn't like a hard discipline type thing. Matter of fact, I can tell you, the last time that I probably spanked him is he got out of the tub one day, and I told him to put on his clothes, and he didn't do it. He was in his little toy chest, and I walked up behind him and tapped him on his behind. That was it. So with my younger son, there's nothing that has to be done at this point. But I think I'm more of the example type, kind of do what I say. But like Ms. Val said, now you have to leave that wiggle room for a lot of that self-expression, that creativity. And one thing my granddaddy would always say was education. Again, nowadays, yes, you do need a level of education, because you want to be educated in whatever area it is that you like, whatever your passion is, you want to know about it and how you can maximize it to its greatest ability. So education definitely key, but also, like I said, leaving that wiggle room for that creativity piece, because you don't have to go the traditional route anymore. But it is always key to have. Do I say what I say? Is there something that I regret? No, I don't. But what works for me may not work for everybody else. But overall, those things that were instilled in me as a kid, I at least try to instill that in both of my sons.
Well, my life was a little different growing up. I grew up with a teenage mom. She had me when she was 14. 15, I'm sorry. She had my older sister when she was 14. And a lot of things I seen her do and how her life was, I chose to go a different route. I promised myself I would not do that. And for the most part, I didn't. I promised I was going to get my education. I promised that I was going to not be a particular type of parent to my kids, you know. But we all have different roads that we travel as young, young kids growing up, as well as our parents. And so for a long time, I didn't understand who my mom was, because baby, whoo, that woman, for me then, but God had to show me who she was, to find forgiveness for her, to understand what she had to endure as a child, because I didn't understand generational curse back then. I didn't understand what she had to go through. I just understood that, man, this woman, what kind, and so she would always say, either I'm going to make you or I'm going to break you. And she definitely made me to the woman I am today. Even though the trials and tribulations I had to go through, back then, I appreciate my mom for that. I appreciate her for being the woman she is today, being a strong woman, because she didn't understand how to be a mother at that age. She didn't understand, what to do, how to do it then. And it took me till I was 34 years old to even understand that about her. And so I'm grateful for her and who she is today. I'm grateful that she made me and she didn't break me. You understand? So, regardless to how, we do as parents, 95% of parents are not doing anything to harm, or not saying anything to harm you. They're saying it to help you. And however we deliver it is the best way we know how. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And I had to take that with my mom. And learn how to do something different with my kids. But even today, my kids will say, Mom, you remember you gave us everything, but you ain't hug us. You told us you love us, but you ain't hug us. You understand? So a lot of different things, takes place being a parent. And everybody, we don't always get it right. But what we try to do is get it for you.
I would just like to make a comment about that. I love this program because it's heart to heart. But one of the things I also tell my daughter that I'm not sure in the era that I grew up, my mother's era, was I want to hear from you. But when we were coming up, it was kids were seen and not necessarily heard.
That's good. Yeah.
I don't think right now that's even a safe thing for our children.
That's
because
right.
there is a lot of hidden trauma that we don't know about.
Yes.
I know it's a show for another time, but I'm always concerned with you all on how you feel about the level of violence in school. Going to just games that we loved and hung out half the night, we as parents now are holding on to whether or not you guys are coming back because it's just a difficult time.
Yes.
So I would like to pose a question, if I could, on how does this violence and not being able to go to football games, do you guys feel this, or are you guys removed from it because it is a frightening thing? Because mental health, and I know he's going to talk to that, I'm always worried about how you guys feel about the level of violence that you all exposed to today.
So I'm gonna speak for myself. Me personally.
Can you talk, Aaron?
Me personally, I feel like I understand like what's going on. So like I try to like when I see like negative people like come my way, I try to like remove myself and like just like if I see my friend I talk to hanging with the wrong crowd, I try to like walk away or like go to class or something. And my mom don't usually let me go to football games. When she do, I always try to make sure I know what's going on, make sure I know my surroundings and stuff.
That's
so
right.
I could like be safe.
I go to all the games. I go to football games, basketball games, soccer games. I like games. I just like getting out and, hanging out with my friends. But whenever I get a feeling, that instinct where, okay, it's time to go, hit up my parents and I go. And it was just one time, I was at a football game and, I see my friend, she talking to her other friends, I get a little jealous, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna leave. And I called my parents up. And it was just crazy because right when I was in the car, I'm leaving, I'm getting news that, oh, there was a big fight. Oh, it was a shooting. So I was like, oh, shucks. And I was just like happy that I got out before that happened. And, it's just crazy how, like, I don't know what to call it, but that, yeah, it's just crazy how that, like, that little instinct kick in. And, some people choose not to listen to it, but, it's always good.
That still small voice. Yeah. So how do you feel about? So so many of some of the kids that I've mentored throughout the years here in Douglasville, we just had a shooting. The guys are just gotten sentenced this past week, a couple weeks ago, with the 2 kids that got killed in at a party. I don't believe in house parties. I don't believe in parties, period, unless it's just a barbecue, you at the family, and anything can happen even then. But how do y'all process even just seeing a kid or children or whoever in your schools or in your surroundings being killed at such a young age?
Well, for me, personal experience, I had a friend, she passed away, and from literally it was just her friends, they were hanging out, and it was at a house party, and she got shot. And I was going to ask my mom if I could go. And I'm just, hey, Mom, can I go? I want to, be with my friends. I want to be a teenager. But it was like, what Bree said, that instinct kicked in. I was like, you know what? I mean, I'll see him on Monday. It's okay. So I'm like, you know what? Let me not go. And my friend's calling me. She's like, hey, girl, come on. We want to go with you. Come on, I want to hang out. And I'm like, I don't feel like it. I don't want to go. Literally, Monday come, I'm, expecting to see my friend. I swear to see my bestie. All of a sudden, I just hear crying coming from the hallway, and I'm like, what's going on? And they were like, hey, she got shot. I'm like, who got shot? They was like, Kayla got shot. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just froze. Because I'm like, there's no way. I just saw her literally yesterday and talking to her, and all of a sudden, she's gone. And it's like, for me, I don't go out at all. If my friends know, yes, she will be an extrovert, but she's definitely much given homebody. I will not, because that's just not me. That's not my preference.
Right.
So after even like hearing her voice, I'm like, I'm hearing your voice, but you're not here. Like that's to me, that's what triggered.
That's
so
a traumatic experience.
Yeah, so it's just like, and I didn't even go to the funeral because I was like, I couldn't take it.
Wow. Because
I was like, I'm here. Like, I just called me 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
So it was just like, So for me, it was like, never again. But yeah, that's just, I don't go to football games. I do not go to house parties. I don't go out. So.
And that's scary to know that y'all have to be so confined to your homes now, because even in the mall, these big old fights happening and people getting hurt and going to jail and all these things because y'all can't even go outside anymore. Like, y'all can't go outside and be normal young folks anymore, because it's just, why do y'all think that so many young people have that mentality to want to hurt, steal, kill, whatever?
I feel like it starts with the parents. It starts with the parents and social media.
Okay.
And I'm heavy on that, That's why I asked the question earlier about, how do you teach your kids, how are they, growing up? And, I see myself, every now and then picking up on my mother's habits, It's not the best, but, I still try to, like you said, the generational curses. I'm trying to break it, because I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. She's a good person, don't get me wrong. I love my mother to death. But, it's just some things that I don't want to have. But, like, yeah, it starts in the home. The environment it's vital, That plays a key part. And then social media is no better. You know, the algorithm is always fit to like what you mainly look at. And you know, every now and then it's always like a reel of somebody dying or news about, you know, somebody, you know, getting shot or whatever. But yeah, it starts there for sure.
Okay. Okay, that's a great answer. Thank you, Bree, for that. So everybody, look, we're about to go on a break right quick. You know, I'm about to give me something to eat because I'm a little hungry. Yeah, I don't know about the rest of these people, but I'm hungry. So we'll be back in 10 minutes to start our second part of our podcast. Thank you so much for the transparency of these young people, and thank you so much for our leaders that are here. We'll see y'all in and be back. Don't go nowhere. Come back, or if y'all go somewhere, come back, okay? All right, see y'all in a minute.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom Inc., reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here in one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call Taking My Community Back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out of here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved. I'm here today at one of our community outreach days with our sound truck. And our sound truck is used for just what you see. We come out to community days, we play loud music, and be able to just have a good time with it and enjoy our our community, our sheriff's office. You get to see us in a little different light. We're not always out there writing tickets or locking people up. We come out to your community day and be a part of your day and help you celebrate your community. And this is just one of the ways that we can do that, was with our sound truck. We're here today in one of our communities. We brought our ice cream truck out. A lot of people like to laugh when I say the sheriff's office owns an ice cream truck, but this is exactly what it's for, is we bring it out to our communities. We give away ice cream. We don't charge for the ice cream. The ice cream is free. And we have partners in our businesses in our community that help pay for the ice cream so that we can give it away for free. And we give it away. We go to schools. This is just one of many events that we bring our ice cream truck to. We go to the school systems. We come out to community days, block parties. We just come out and see you and help you enjoy and celebrate your community. Thank you.
A reliable source of CBD products. Introducing Holistic Wellness Boutique, a revolutionary collection of CBD tinctures, CBD topicals, CBD edibles, CBD pet products, and other relevant CBD products that help you incorporate CBD into your everyday lifestyle. The best part? Through our special Radiant Transformations program, Dr. Alea Daniel, PharmD, a well-regarded wellness coach, licensed pharmacist, and the mind behind the idea of Holistic Wellness Boutique, will also introduce you to a healthier lifestyle through proper education, nutrition, and a thorough medication evaluation to make the most of our exemplary CBD products. If you are struggling with a chronic condition, we can help you discover how to live a more holistic lifestyle through wellness coaching and the proper selection of hemp-derived CBD products. Visit holisticwellnessboutique.com to schedule a consultation or order an audacious combination of hemp-derived CBD products that will rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit.
Everybody, welcome back to the Heart to Heart Youth Podcast. Hey, that first segment was on point. These young people are really digging into our hearts at this point. So welcome back, and so let me introduce this second part of my peoples over here. These women over here, women of God, women that's doing some great things, making some strides in the community for the kids, for just the community at large. So next to me, I have my girl, Miss Ebony. Miss Ebony, give us a little bit about who you are, woman of God. Let's go.
I was expecting you to introduce me like you did everybody else.
Okay, well, let me tell you who she is to me. Okay, this is my girl. She's actually my boss, y'all. Real talk, boss. Y'all already know I'm a boss, so y'all can imagine she's a boss. So she's actually my boss, and she's a woman of God, great woman of God. This woman has the recovery room where she prays and the house down for you. She has a book that's coming out April the 13th. Yes. We'll be in the building, and y'all can go and purchase that book right now if you want to. I'm gonna let her give you the name of the building and of the book, and let her discuss that a little bit. But yeah, she's a great woman of God. She's a mother, a friend, and a sister, and I love her. And ever since we met, we've been connected. And she's also part of Welcome to the Village now. So let's get it. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yes, I do have my book. It's called Escaping the Fire God's Way.
Come on
that
now.
is Escaping the Fire God's Way. Honey.
Come on now.
And that's because, as we go through, and even as them, young people, we go through things, we have to get out anyway, right? And so why not do it the way God intended for us to do it? And so you can grab it. You can hit me up. Ebony Presswood. Hit me up on Facebook, Ebony Ignites, or info@ebonypresswood.com. But this ain't about me. I am here today so I can help impart and impact and encourage and motivate the young people today. So,
amen.
What's up, sis? Who are you, and what you doing, and who you do it for, and why you do it?
Come on now.
Hi everybody, my name is Coach Jay. I'm a certified life coach and also an empowerment strategy coach. I am super excited to be here today. I love the young folks. I know they got a bunch of questions to ask us. I'm just so happy to be here. I am excited to purchase your book, and Ms. Jackie, you can take it over.
All right, these my girls. Okay, so y'all already see what I'm working with. Now let's see what these young folks working with, and how we can impart some good things into their lives, whatever they have for us. Like I said in the beginning, we're so busy talking at the kids and not listening to them. So this heart to heart is from their heart to ours, and we just want to be able to speak to their hearts if they need us to. So we're going to turn it over to our youth, because it's all about them. So let's go. What y'all got for us? Or what y'all got, period.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back. Okay. All right. Well, Jesus, can you lead me? Thank you. Okay.
Come on, Jesus. Give it to her.
All right. Well, I have a question. It's kind of about anger, because we all got a little bit of anger in us, even though sometimes we don't want to admit it. So what do you think causes your anger? Like, is it like
what causes yours?
People driving wrong? I don't know.
We need to know about you.
Like people driving wrong, the wrong side, slow people.
I've been wanting to know how, because I know at a young age how I was, being and what took place in my life that allowed me to be angry. Like I said, what makes you angry? What y'all young folks say? What turn y'all up? Whatever. I don't know. So what
well, when I get angry, I call it 38 hot. So yeah. Yeah. And I had a time where I would get angry over the littlest things, and that's not good at all. That's like a really bad habit to have, and that's something I pray I never go through again. I've been learning how to keep my patience, but things that get me mad, like I said, yeah, little stuff. But how I deal with it, honestly, I just go quiet. And when I'm quiet, I hate being talked to. I hate being asked questions. Why are you angry? What's wrong with you? It's good that you're trying to check on me, but I like silence, a little time to myself. Because then I spaz out. You ask me questions, so yeah, that's that. Yeah. What about you?
Okay. For me, Jesus, what caused my anger? Probably either. Honestly, I can only say that causing my anger would probably be like me trying to figure out something and I can't figure it out, and it get frustrating. So for me, how I deal with it, going to God and screaming in my pillow. That's the best way I can do it. Screaming in my pillow and asking Jesus why. That's about it. So yeah, that's how I deal and what causes my anger too. So.
Okay.
For me, I don't really get angry. Like, I never found myself, like, getting angry, like, at all. It's more of sometimes I just might have attitude. Like, just might. But, like, angry, I feel like angry is pushing it. Like, angry is not, to me, that word is, like, very strong. And I don't, like, I've never been angry before. I just, like I said, it's, like, always just been, like, maybe a little attitude sometimes. And how I deal with that, you know, I pray, I calm down, I go to my room, be quiet. Then it's a problem when I be quiet, too, says my mom. But anyways, yeah, that's basically what I have to say about that.
So, like, a thing, like, kind of, like, bothers me, like, gets me kind of angry is, like...
I can't hear you, Aaron.
It's like when you, like when I wake up in the morning time, people try to have, like, conversations with me. They try to, like, talk about something, and it's like, you don't want to talk about it because, like, it's too early. Like,
It's too early in the morning.
Can we just hold this conversation off till later? But, like, that won't keep me mad for long. I just, like, move on, think about the positive things, think about how I'm yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good job. So what I want y'all to really understand about anger, I used to black out and didn't know why. I used to get so angry at such a young age and didn't understand why until I was sitting in prison. So, I was molested at a young age and raped. And I didn't realize how angry I was until something God brought back to my remembrance when I was sitting in prison. Just how angry as a child I was because of the things that took place in my life at such a young age. I buried them. And so listening to Bree say, I don't know, or I just get angry or whatever, or it's just I don't know, we got to uncover that. Because when you don't know, it's because you're not buried it. And then you find yourself in a place where I was. Or you find yourself doing things that I done. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're searching for something and we're trying to uncover some things. And as a child, we don't understand that. And as an adult, I didn't understand that for many years. So when I started this class called The Root, I had one young lady say, I don't know why I get angry. I just get angry. I said, well, tell me about your life. And she said, well, my dad this and my mom this and that. I said, that's why you're angry. So we have to make sure that we're uncovering those things. So we won't find ourselves in a place where I was. So we won't find ourselves being, in your 50s, still trying to figure it out. Right? We don't want you to have that so embedded in your life, in your stomach, in the pit of your stomach, and you're not understanding why you're doing the things you're doing and acting the way you're acting and saying the things you say and sleeping with whoever, whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that, but about you all. But that is the reality of those things being covered up. You're trying to do other things to try to figure it out. So make sure when you say, I'm angry, figure out why you're angry. Is it mama yelling at me? Is it school, somebody in school said something to me, that just it's something. These kids are going in these schools and they shooting up the schools. They ain't doing it because they just jumped out the womb crazy. Unpack those things. Look at it. Take a long look at it. Because from 9 to 13, I was molested. Then I was raped, had a baby out of a rape. Didn't know if it was my kid's father or if it was the rapist baby. We have to unpack those things, else we will find ourselves mental health gone, in prison, or killed somebody ourselves or something. Always unpack why you're angry. Okay?
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And that's deep, you know. Yeah.
Jesus, okay.
Can we piggyback off what you said?
Absolutely.
Just one. What she said. That was the answer. Honestly, I feel like if you start young unpacking it, you'll understand when you get angry. I was angry on a Sunday. I unpacked why I was angry, and I woke up on a Wednesday and I was fine. You have to think back and you say, what made me mad? What made me mad? What made me mad? And when you think about it and you unpack it, it will put you on a different level, and you'll start doing it as a regular habit instead of letting it fester for years. God bless you for that, man. You don't even understand how you probably impacted people. You just touched me. You don't understand, man. But that keep unpacking. And another thing is, when you angry, communicate. I will jump on my phone. I will call my mom. I will communicate, because sometimes you get the demons in your head and they start telling you to do stupid stuff. And you got to talk. Let me call my mother, and she's going to give me some advice from experience. I know we talked about this last week, and we talked about making connections with your parents. That's very important. You guys have some beautiful family from what I can see up here, but there's some people that don't have a mother they can go to and talk to and confide in. So that's just very serious to unpack it, communicate, don't hold that stuff in, let it out, and you're going to wake up feeling great. But continue, guys.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Violence.
Ooh, Jesus.
Gang violence. Ooh. You know, I'm not affiliated with that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm a good child.
That ain't what your mama taught. Nah, just kidding.
But yeah, it's a lot of going around. Like, ooh, shucks.
The ski mask, Jesus. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that.
Why do you think people join gangs? Why do y'all think? I'm asking the panel. Why do y'all think at a young age? We coming back to y'all. Why do y'all think young people join a gang at such a young age?
I could do the generic way. We could say, oh, you know, the street life, that's family and stuff like that. And that's the main thing. That's the main thing people say. They say that when you want in the street is family, and that what encourages them to become in the gang. Personally, I could just say that it seems cool. You see the rappers and they throw up gang signs. I find myself dancing, throwing up gang signs, and I don't know what it's about. So half of the time, it's entertainment. It's what you see that's cool. If your best friend is doing this and that, you're going to be influenced to do it. So I would say influence, music, and just what looks cool. That's my answer.
I would agree with that. Additionally, I'll add in that I think it is what children are exposed to. I think that also when you live in a family environment, if my daddy in the gang and my uncles and all my brothers, it kind of passed down to you as like, this is the way of life, like this is what we're supposed to do. Or, you know, if your mom can't afford to live in a different neighborhood and you live in a neighborhood where gangs are prevalent and you have to walk through that pathway to get to school every day, and on the left side of the street is the Vice Lords, on the right, I'm sorry, I'm from Chicago, and so on the right side of the street it's the GDs, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, or the Mo's or the BDs or whoever, you know, you then have to, if you don't want to get jumped every day, you know, you may have to make a choice to join one or the other, because if not, then you're considered the op, and like, who want to be the op, right? So it's like you in some things you find yourself as a young kid a part of some stuff that you may not even want to be a part of, but because it's what's happening in the community, it's what's happening at the school, you know, it's everywhere you are, so you want to be cool too, right? And in other instances, for some kids who mama on drugs, daddy in jail, they join the gang because they got to take care of their 3 little brothers and sisters.
Right.
And so the gang is going to now be the family. They're going to make sure that they eat, that they got shoes.
Right,
So
right.
it's so many reasons why, you know, kids join gangs and that's why it takes a village, right? It's so important because it does. It takes everybody.
Absolutely.
And so when, you know, they know that they have another outlet, you know, another positive influence, then, you know, I think it can help alleviate or decrease at least
Yes.
the amount of youth that feel like I have to join the gang.
Right. Do y'all have a lot of gangs in y'all schools? Have y'all witnessed any of that? Do y'all?
Yeah. I be overhearing like conversations, like, you know, I try to, you know, keep my distance, but I'm still listening. I'm always listening. And so, you know, I'll just hear like little things about, oh yeah, my brother don't play about that. Oh yeah, we don't play about that. You know, yeah. And, you know, I'll just be like, oh man. But it's kind of crazy because, you know, sometimes people will rep something and they not even about it for real.
That's
so,
right.
like, you know, why are you, you know, lying? Like, that's not nothing to lie about, because the minute somebody takes that and tells that gang for real, then what? You know?
Right.
You repping people who don't even know you, don't even know your name, you
Right.
know? Don't even know you exist. Like, you know, it's just crazy. And, you know, trying to rep something, it brings on problems that you don't really need.
Absolutely.
I go to Hillgrove High School.
You go where?
I go to Hillgrove High School, and nobody is gang banging. They false claim too much, and like it's kind of getting absurd to like the point
They do
where
what? I didn't hear nothing you just said, Aaron. They do what?
it's kind of getting like to the point where it's getting to the real people that are actually in the gangs, and like they are actually texting the people on Instagram. It's like asking like why are you saying you part of this when you're not, and it's starting fake beef. And it's like they try to then like when they text them, they say like they try to be part of it, like they ask them to be part of it, so it won't seem like they actually was just false claiming. But it's not really.
So why do you
dangerous.
think they're doing that? Why do you think people are saying they're doing that? They're a part of something that when they're really not. Why do you think you?
Talking to me?
Yes.
Just to be cool,
Yeah.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
fit in.
Yeah. And so none of y'all have that mindset, right?
No.
Don't play with me. None of y'all have that mindset, right?
No, you know, when I'm listening to music, I might, you know. But, you know, I'm not it. You know, I do that in private. You know, I don't want nobody to see it.
That thing
But
silly.
yeah.
You know, peer pressure is a real thing.
It's a real thing. We talked about that
peer
last
pressure
time.
is a
Yeah.
real thing.
Yeah.
And it will push you or propel you to do things that you normally would
Absolutely.
not do.
Yeah.
You know, when I was growing up, everybody smoked cigarettes, right? Like
Right.
smoking Newport shorts was the thing to do, you know. And so I used to find myself buying packs of cigarettes, and they would be in my purse until I was around my friends who were smoking. And then I'll be, oh yeah, I do smoke. So then I pull it out, you know, trying to create this habit of smoking, but it never really kind of got on me because I just never, you know, like smoking cigarettes wasn't the thing. Like smoking weed, yeah, but I never really smoked cigarettes. So, you know, it's like peer pressure will cause you to do some things that you don't want to do. What I would like to know from you all is, how do you avoid peer pressure? Because I heard you all say that you don't have that mindset. So what do you do? And what can you tell some other young people who may be faced with peer pressure and don't have a strong mind?
Well, for me, peer pressure is real. Like there's nothing about it. It's really real out here. So for me, I was like, I got peer pressured once, and I was just like, girl, I do not know what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm not affiliated. I don't know you. You don't know me. I don't know what this is. And she was like, no, just try it. And I'm just like, I don't want to. Cause I was like, why? Cause to me, it's, if you're not born with it, why would you try it? Because it's like, well, it's like for me, you're smoking weed. Yes, that's okay what you do, boo. But it's like, you're making it a bad habit, and then now it's like, well, you just doing what you're doing. So for me, peer pressure is basically just like you're making somebody do something they don't want to do, and you have to, in the person that's you're peer pressuring, you have to let them know that it's okay to say no, because you're gonna make them. Well, you have to. No, I don't have to. I don't want to if I don't have to. It was like I don't want it. That's not my life. I don't want it.
So what would you tell someone else?
I would tell them
that might be listening.
I would tell them it's okay to say no. Like, it really is okay to say no. It's okay to say I don't want to. It is okay to say I don't believe in it. I don't condone it. Because why would you do it in the first place? Because mind you, that person that did it, they had to be peer pressured before you. So I say, it's okay to say no. Like, it really is. It's okay to say no, especially when it's around your friends, because those are the most people that are going to do it to you. So I would say, just say no, friend. I don't do that, but you can do it. I don't do it. But yeah, that's mostly what I would say to them. Yeah.
We used to have a campaign back in the day that say, just say no. And my sister Brandy, she wrote this slogan to say, you can't cope when it comes to dope. No way is that being cool. You're just the world's biggest fool. So if you don't want your life to be thrown away, when it comes to drugs, just say no way. I'll never forget that. Because I think that is so important when we're talking about young folks, even today, because it ain't just weed anymore these days. It is chronic, fentanyl.
Chronic is still weed, though. I just want you to know. I'm sorry.
I see. I ain't never smoked.
It's a little pill, pop a little pill, pop a little Molly, little
X. All that ecstasy and all that stuff. And then you got so many that are dying so young behind the foolishness. So, yeah, say no.
Let's talk about babes.
Okay.
Y'all need to stop that.
Please,
that's an addition.
Like, it's not cute.
Yeah,
why is you
like
smoking?
that, I don't like that at all. Like, they're little.
Have you ever tried it?
No. I was peer pressured into it though.
Did you were pressured into doing it, or you was pressured to try it?
I was pressured to try it. I don't do it.
You didn't do it?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
she did it. You did it?
Yeah, it was something. I did it.
You did it?
It was a one time. It was my first time. We was in the bathroom. Little white girl. She say, "Hey, you want to hit this vape?" And I said, no, I don't do that. And then it was like, come on, try it. I was like,
first of all, you don't take anything from anybody, especially.
I know, because I was worried too. I was like, ooh, she might have some, and I don't. But thank God I'm good. But
But you did it, and so how did you feel after you done it?
Absolutely not. My throat was burning. I thought I caught something on the spot. Like, But they say that's how it's supposed to be, but never again.
Okay.
I don't want to feel that again. And then it was nasty. Like, why do you have me smoking unicorn farts in the bathroom? Like, that's not
girl, it's so stupid.
Yeah, no, that's not my
nobody
ministry.
else has been pressured to do that?
I have.
Ever tried it?
Never.
It's alright.
Keep it 100 now.
Keep it 100, right?
Yeah.
Keep it 100.
Hey. No. We transparent up in here. Go ahead, baby. Mama ain't gonna do nothing. I got you.
Look. So, I thought I was trying to be cool, everybody else was doing it. I was trying to be cool, and so I did it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. It's not worth it.
It's not cool at all.
It's not worth the buzz. It's not worth it. Honestly, if anything, like, if I could tell somebody, like, just stick to weed, cause like you don't know what's cause you don't know what's in the vapes, like, cause like weed.
I'm sorry, that's such bad influence. But no. But
that's right. It's like
a better option.
But you know what though?
He keeping it 100.
Listen. listen, right? Because you know where the weed coming from. Like you know it's a plant, it's a herb, but you don't know like what they put in the vapes though. Like chemicals, protons, neutrons, electrons, all that other stuff. Like at least you know that it's a herb and like that can be prescribed to you. So it just depends on like who you getting it from. Like if you could trust somebody, then I could say you stick to that. But vapes, don't go to a random store getting a vape because you don't know. That could be they giving you the vape that they done had and put something in it, and then there you go. You got something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Well, so we're not advocating.
We're not promoting. We're not promoting drugs.
So let's be clear. He's keeping it 100, and I love it. I love it. If this is nothing, it is about transparency. It is about our youth and their heart. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. We're not advocating for it. But he said, that boy said, don't vape. Smoke weed if you want to, but don't vape.
But if you don't do neither, like stick to neither.
Yeah. So in no shape, form, or fashion, again, do we advocate for anything, for them to do anything. I couldn't stand the smell of that, cigarettes, none of that. Never done it before in my life. And I'm grown. I'm old, y'all. But I'm cute. I'm going to keep saying that until I believe. No. But yeah, so thank you, Aaron, for your transparency, because, that, and Bree, because we don't want, what we don't want is parents to be sitting in our audience and eyeballing our children for them not to be able to be transparent and to be 100 about everything, because this is what this about. And I don't think we have that in our audience, because we got some great parents that are here and want to see, the transparency and want to, have that relationship and that openness with their children. So kudos to the parents as well. So yes, absolutely. Make sure that, y'all are not doing that foolishness, because we don't know what is in these vapes, in the weed, in the drugs, in anything. We don't know what people are doing just to make a quick buck. We don't know that. So if you don't need to do nothing, don't do it, please. But anyway, back to y'all. What else y'all got?
My birthday coming up. March 19th, yeah.
What we doing, girl? We turning up?
Come on,
I'm going to Panama City.
Oh, are you? Oh, I'm on the bus with y'all, huh?
Yeah, you can come.
All right. I got you.
Okay, well, I have a question again. When did you? Okay, so kind of like, when did you know that like this was the path that you were like chose to be on? Like, when did you know like this is what I'm gonna do and this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, like your career wise?
Well, I'm still young, so this is my second career. No, but I did it the traditional way. I went from, high school, college, masters. I'm doing it the traditional way. But I feel like as a young age, just being focused and kind of experimenting, doing different things, traveling, that's big for me. I like to travel, and you'll get your voice when you start traveling and meet different people. Not staying in the same city. I'm from Chicago. I've been here for 10 years. I lived in Athens. I've been in Cobb County. I live Illinois, of course, in the suburbs. You just learn different things. So I feel like just experiencing life, communicating with people, traveling, you will pick up what you like to do. But I've always been a talker. I like to talk a lot, and even though I was younger, I used to talk a lot, and now, I'm talking a lot. So.
I think God reveals to us what our purpose is, and in life, it's that thing that intrinsically burns within you that you think about every day, all day. It's that thing that you can do for free. Yeah. Like, it don't matter. Yeah. You don't have to be paid to do it. Right. You will just do it just because. I feel like for me, like growing up, I always wanted to help people. Even in grammar school, when my mom would fix my lunch, I would be like, Mom, fix 2 lunches or 3, because I know it's somebody else that's gonna come to school that's hungry, that don't have food. So I would bring enough to share with other kids. My mom used to write me a note in my lunch every day, and I would be like, Mom, include such and such and such and such. So always looking out for somebody else. So that coach, that I'm a certified life coach, so that coach in me has always been there. So think about, like, when you're trying to figure out what your purpose is in life, not only do we pray, right? Because we start there. We always start asking the Lord. But then you think about, try to figure out and write down. Like, don't just, I believe that anything you think about and you never put it on paper, it's just a thought, right? But we want to make it a plan. We want to take some action on it. And in order to take action on it, it has to be written. So I want you all to start to write down, where do you see yourself? And it's not too early to start that path, right? And it, for some of us, going to school is not the way. Like, kudos, she says she did it the traditional way. But for me, by 19, I had 3 kids, so I couldn't do it the traditional way. But it doesn't stop you from getting where you're trying to go, right? As long as you are motivated, you have a village of people that's around you that care about you, that's pushing you and propelling you toward excellence. Continue your journey towards success, whatever that looks like. Because for each one of us, success looks different.
Yeah.
But it's possible.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So my son, my youngest son, he's 30, and he used to tell me, I used to have a house full of kids all the time, every weekend. It was my 4, then I have my baby sisters, and then I'll have a whole other lot of kids, and I always doing this, not realizing, but I was foolish back then as well. I was straddling the fence, and I was doing illegal stuff to take care of my kids, but I would have them and, enjoying them and making sure that I took care of them and had everybody else's kids and family taking care of them as well. And my son said, Mom, what, you gonna be a preacher or something? I said, well, whatever God has for me. I ain't never thought about being no preacher though. But I knew that I wanted to give back the things that I did not get in life. I wanted to make sure that I was always being a service to someone else and being that person for somebody else, because I did not have that, And so that I was on the journey a long time ago, but being in prison, God just, I did a Facebook post that said about 14 years ago, they said I had to turn my old hustle into a new hustle. You understand? Because this gift to gab, baby, used to get me a whole lot of money, right? And so now my gift to gab, and I don't even call it gift to gab, now my service piece allows me to help others, allows me to be that village, for others. And so I've always wanted to be a service to people, especially young people. But yeah, it's in me to do just this. It's in me just to be that person for somebody else, because I understand not having. I understand not, being able to, going to school without, being at home without lights, or being at home without food. I understand that. So yeah, that's always been my passion, Like Ebony said, that fire. So everybody, look. I know y'all love me, and I love y'all, but y'all ain't gotta go, but y'all gotta.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to leave out of here.
So y'all, we are at the end of our second. I'm so excited about what is taking place here. Man, I tell you, I am so grateful for TV 1061 Felix Washington. Y'all, man, I tell you, he is amazing. And y'all can always go on Wisdom Wisdom, and look, and live, it's live stream on Wisdom. It's on our Facebook channels, but look at us on the YouTube channel, TV 1061, the Facebook channel 1061. Welcome to the village. We are live, man. These kids are amazing, and we're going to continue to go forward and continue to grow and be a part of, you know, their village to help support them in whatever they need in life. And y'all check us out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We're doing this every 2 weeks for our kids, for them, for us, whatever, however. We just want them to be great, and we want them to you know, have purpose and be one with, you know, the community, grow up to be, you know, productive members of society, and be, you know, great in life, and let God be led by God first and foremost. So we love y'all. We thank y'all. Look for us in 2 weeks. The Heart to Heart Youth Podcast is coming to y'all live in 2 weeks. So make sure y'all check us out on the Wisdom Station, TV 1061. Welcome to the village. And I'm pretty sure everybody else got us on all their platforms as well. So we love y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.